Paul and Chris. They're all here. We're doing a little bit of training. We do training Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And then we have our sales meeting and whatnot on Thursdays. But anyways, if you have fence questions, if you have anything that you need to know about a fence, anywhere in the world, just give us a call, 318-459-7837. Call us. My name is Dustin. Some of the office ladies that are in here are Sarah, Jessica, Holly. And then if they don't know, they can always refer you to me and I can answer your question. I promise you I can. If I can't, I will go get you an answer. And that's also going to make me better. So thank you in advance. Today we're going to do a little bit of training on materials. Materials, you say, well, how would you need materials for, what materials would you need for a certain job? So we're going to do privacy for today. And then we may end up going into some little bit of chain link. So Paul or Sarah, either one. Chris knows a little bit. He's been doing it for a little bit longer. But do you even know how to get the number of 2x4s you need for a job?
How to get them?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, how many you need,
No,
the
I
total?
don't know.
You don't know? What about you, Paul?
Just the math equation.
Yeah, so you would, it is a math equation, exactly right. But you don't want to just go to a job, say it's 100 feet, right? We're going to keep it simple, 100 feet. You go, oh, how many 2x4s would I need for this job? You wouldn't really know. Honestly, you'd be like, well, do I use 8-footers? Do I do 16-footers? Do I do 12-footers? We, at Lynch's Lawn and Fence, we use 16-footers because we want to get the most bang for our buck. We're not doing this part-time. This is our full-time job. So, we take this 100. Chris, I showed you how to do it earlier. You want to come up here and do this? Come on. You're live on YouTube.
I'll give it a shot.
You can give it a shot. What would you do with this? I mean, you can use your phone. We ain't in math class anymore.
That's not fun, please. Thank you. Alright, so we use
We're trying to get the 2x4s.
Yeah.
We use only pressure treated 2x4s unless a customer wants cedar. Go ahead. Tell us how many 2x4s are in 100 feet.
We use 16-footers, so obviously you would have to do 100 divided by 16, which is 6.25. So we'll go use 7.
Yep. Then, that's equal. And then, what do you do with that number?
Times it by 4.
No.
Three.
You times it by the number of 2x4s you have. So if you do 2 2x4s, you times it by 2. If you do 3 2x4s, you times it by 3. But if you had, let's say, 8-foot fence, you would times it by 4. Because we put 4 runners, or the 2x4s, what we call, we put those 4 on an 8-foot fence. We also do it on a 7-foot fence. It makes the fence stronger. So do that number of times, just do this for a 6-foot fence, do it for 3.
So it's,
And also here at Lynch's Lawn and Fence, we do 3 2x4s on every single 6-foot fence we put up.
18 2x4s.
18.75. Now say if you got a gate in there, how many 2x4s does it take to build a 4-foot gate?
2.
An exact 4-foot gate, it takes one.
Oh,
2.
1, yeah.
It takes 1 2x4.
Yeah.
It takes exactly 1. But you want to give yourself room for error because you don't want to get out there and have that exact, right?
No.
So you'd be at 19 if you had a single 4-foot gate, and then you'd probably throw in a couple more. So
Yeah.
I'd probably put in there about 22. You need a total of 22 2x4s because you just don't want to be out there and say somebody misjudged on a quote,
Yeah.
and then say it's an extra 10 feet that you didn't account for, and you get out there, you go, oh snap, I don't have enough 2x4s. Can somebody bring it to me? You don't want that on a job, because ultimately that lowers your profit margin, and then it stops somebody else that has to go out there, bring you more 2x4s, and that's the last thing we want.
Yeah, wasting time.
Don't want any loss of time. Time is money. Time is money. So, Paul, let me get you to do this. So do you know how many, it's also a math equation. Do you know how many pickets go, 6-foot pickets go on a 6-foot privacy fence, say 100 feet. We'll do 100 feet again. And it doesn't matter if it's 100 feet, if it's 200 feet, 500 feet, or 1,000 feet, the equation's still the same. You know how many 6-foot pickets you get?
I do not.
Alright, so you take this 100 right here, and then you're gonna times it by 12. You know why you times it by 12? Sarah, can you give me the answer to that?
1,200?
It's 1,200. Yep. But no, I meant like the answer to why you times it by 12.
Because there's 12 inches in a foot?
Correct, there we go, there you go. So it's 1,200 inches in 100 feet. So then you take this 1,200 and you divide it by the width of the picket, which is
5.5.
5.5.
You divide it?
Yeah,
It's 7 foot, it'll be 6, right?
7 foot and 8 foot, it's both 6 inches wide. They do actually have a 6 foot tall picket that is a true 6 inches, but you got to pre-order that. That's not what they normally run. What's the answer to that?
218.18.
218.
That's how many pickets you need for 100 feet?
Yeah.
Break it down into 8 foot for you. Can you do that?
Yes, it's simple.
Yeah, it's like, so if you're figuring like an 8 foot section, figure that.
Oh, 8 foot section?
8 foot section.
Oh, I thought you meant like 8 foot tall.
No, 8 foot
I was about to say, if it's 8 foot tall, you just double this number.
Yeah.
Y'all get that? Because it's actually 6 inches. You know, each picket, you just, in 2 pickets, you get a foot. So you just take this and double it.
But a lot of times you're figuring up an 8, like you got like 8 or 16 or 24 feet. You don't have
Mhm.
100, but if you, 8's a little bit easier number to do. You can half-ass
Yeah.
figure that, but you break it down, same thing. How many?
So you would do right here, and what he's talking about is you do 8. 8 represents your foot. 8 times 12 equals
96,
divided by
5.5.
5.5 equals
15.63.
15. So it's right at 16 pickets. Yep. 15.3 is that what you said?
15.63.
Oh, 63. So that's how many pickets it takes for an 8 foot section.
So if they're doing like a 6 foot gate, you would put a 6 where the 8 is? For me, like say I'm trying to figure out cost of a gate.
Say that again.
So if it's a 6 foot wide gate, I would put the 6 where the
Correct.
8 is.
Yeah, just 6. This represents your feet. This represents the inches. And this represents how many inches is in this. And then you divide it by, that's the picket. So, and this is inches. And this is total inches. And this represents picket width. And this is number of pickets. Got that?
Yep.
Pretty simple, right?
100%, ain't no doubt.
Dang, that teacher was right when he told me, you're gonna use math when you grow up. Alright, so let's roll over into a little bit of chain link.
Still never use no Y equals MX plus B, you know what I'm saying?
What's that? I never got taught that. anyways. So we're gonna roll over into chain link. Chain link's a whole lot easier to deal with because you're dealing with 20-foot sticks, 21-foot sticks, and then you're dealing with 50-foot rolls. And then you're always gonna have a little bit more. So if it's, say, 150 feet, or let's just go 175, we'll just do 175 foot of chain link. right? We got 175 feet of chain link that we gotta put up, and then you would take, to get the chain link, the actual chain link part, you would take this and you would divide it by, 50 feet, yeah. Because the roll is 50 feet.
Yeah.
So basically, you would need 4 rolls. And then you would bring back some. And then for your top rail, you do 21. The top rail is 21 feet. You divide it by 175.
Which would give you,
8.33.
And this is. Now, if you say, this is what I like to do when I was pulling my own stuff several years ago, I would just take that 21 and I would make it 20, even 20. And it's not really gonna affect you because you're actually gaining a foot each one. So that means I didn't have to pull out a calculator, try to figure it out, you understand? Cause I would know that 5 would go into 100, 5 times. Or no, 20 would go into 5. 20 times 5 would equal 100, there you go. That's the easier way to put it. My ADHD kicking in. Alright, so how many box hinges, so you say you got a double gate, you got a double gate, how many box hinges,
4.
4 box hinges on the gate, on a double gate?
Yes.
Now, a lot of people don't use double gates, or use those box hinges, they'll use strap hinges. So say if you have 3 runners, like we do, that's 3 runners coming in, how many hinges would you use on the outside, the strap hinges?
For the double gate? 4.
You would have 3.
3?
3 on each side, so you'll have
3 on each side.
Because they're not as strong as box hinges.
So a lot of people also believe that you're not supposed to put 3 hinges on there because they feel like it puts it in a bind, but if you use a tape measure and you actually start measuring stuff, you can actually get them in line to where they won't bind with each other.
Are strap hinges mainly like more decorative than
Uh,
functional?
To me, they will work for a little bit, but ultimately you lead into the problem of, say, like 2 years down the road. It doesn't matter how you build the gate. If you put the brace piece one way or you put it another way, it really doesn't matter. In due time, that gate is gonna sag, guaranteed, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. It's gonna sag. But to get away from that, you sell them on a metal frame gate, it don't sag. As long as the pole crew or whoever sets the pole, they put enough concrete, they use a heavy duty enough post, they do their job correctly, it doesn't matter. As long as a storm doesn't come in and rip it up out of the ground, it'll do its job for the rest of its life, or rest of our lives. It'll stay there. Yep. So, y'all really don't do a whole lot of pole setting, but in 100 feet, how many poles would you need for privacy?
Let me see.
We were putting them every 8 feet,
Correct, Paul. That is correct. Great job, Paul.
12 or so.
What you got, Chris?
Oh, I thought you answered it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's close.
12 and a half.
Yeah, but you don't ever want to just go out there with just say 13 posts because you gotta look at job tickets because it could be 100 feet straight. I mean, granted, that'd be 13 posts, correct? But say it's 100 feet with the curve. But also say if it's, let me narrow this down. Say if you have It's a crooked house. That kind of looks like a house that isn't built on a firm foundation. Somebody needs to go to church. So say if it's a, right here, going like that, and then you got a gate over here, and then it goes, obviously that's not gonna be 12 posts.
Nope.
And that's a total of 100 feet. So you gotta put in for your 2 gate posts that you're gonna have to use there, because it's gonna take more. But say if this is a double gate, then it's only a 10-foot section right there. So you erase this, that's only 10 feet. You'd have to set 4 posts in there just so your gates can operate right, and that a dog can't come in on the back side of those gates. You don't ever want this section right here to be nothing but gates. You want a piece of a fence on each side of your gate, so your dog or their dog can't go on the back side when they open up the gate. You understand that? So you would actually have to add more poles for that. At least 2 for your gate, and then 2 for your corner, so you're looking at about 4 extra posts for that. So you're looking at about a total of 16, 17 posts. And then some people, you got customers out there that go, golly, why is it so high? I mean, look at this. You got to explain the value in this. It's like, hey,
The durability.
yeah, look at all the turns that you got in here. Jeremy Lawmum said hi. Hey.
Hey.
Yup. Let me turn this around. See all these beautiful people up in here.
Bam! Come on with it.
Do a little training. We'll do a little bit of sales training here shortly too. Not today though. Not today. It's coming. It's coming. Anybody got anything they want to add to this real quick? Got any questions, concerns?
Nope.
You don't?
Run pretty smoothly.
Alright, so let's go to how do we get the correct poles for chain link? A lot of people do it way different than us. So what's the distance between each chain link pole?
6.
Nope.
I'm
You don't,
8? Is that 8?
it is 8.
not. Is it?
We do 8. We do 8 at Lunch's Lawn
So
and
no
Fence.
matter if it's privacy or chain link, it's 8 foot.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Unless it goes into commercial. Commercial, we do 10 feet apart.
Okay.
But the reason why we do it on residential 8 feet apart, because it only adds, 1 post per 100 feet or something like
Right.
that?
Don't change much.
Yeah, it don't change much. But in return, what's $30 to add more quality, more insurance that their pet isn't gonna get out,
Security.
security, that it's gonna be a lot better of a fence that you build. Instead of 10 feet section, you have an 8-foot section. There's those poles down a foot in on each side to where a dog can't just go right out from up under it. I mean, you can't control a dog. The dog's gonna dig out. I mean, you want to be sure that a dog is gonna not get out, be secure. Also, kids. You don't want a kid getting out from up under a fence and running out into a street. God forbid. God forbid that ever happen. But we do 8 feet as well. Now, if it goes 10 feet, it's 100 feet, you got 10 poles. And that's on a commercial. Simple as that. Yep. Aiden Walter said hi. Hey, Aiden.
What's up, bud?
Yep. Also, again, we got your back for life. Our number is 318-459-7837. If you need anything, got any questions on fences, anything, call us. If the ladies in the office don't know, they'll refer you to me. We also do temporary fence. We do permanent fence. We'll go anywhere. Oh, he said nothing. Hayden said nothing. Anyways, Hayden, let me show you these beautiful people around here.
Let's go. Here
Yep.
we go, baby. Fired up on the day.
Hope the Lord has blessed you. Run into how to build a gate again. We're gonna do this. Chris, you wanna come up here and show us how to build a gate? He has. What Hayden said. Hayden. Go ahead and show us how to build a gate.
So we're gonna do like a left hinge, obviously. So we'll do top,
Yep.
and then we'll put your bottom board,
Mm-hmm.
your upright,
Right.
and then your middle.
Alright. That's the wood part.
Yeah.
So show me how to, what the gate actually looks like. So this is your wood part that you just built.
Yeah.
So when Dom builds it out there, Dominique, when he builds it out there, he has an upright that he puts down. He has another upright that he puts down. So if it's a left hinge, this peg sits out longer, and then it comes over here. This is inside to inside, inside to inside, inside to inside. These two posts right here are open holes so rainwater can just run right down it.
Right.
And then you, in turn, build your gate. Totally different to what he builds it.
Yeah. I just frame it with the 2x4s.
Yeah, so you go in here and you put your top 2x4, bottom 2x4, then you're upright.
Yeah.
So your middle 2x4 right here isn't coming out past your upright, and you got an ugly looking fence right there in the
Yeah.
opening. You don't want that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty simple.
We love the Lord. We all do here as well. Y'all coming back and join us tomorrow. We should be getting kicked off about 7:30 if y'all enjoyed this. Y'all have a blessed day.